What's good, y'all? What's good, YouTube? What's good? What's good? I know it's been a minute. I'm trying to get back to doing some of these videos. Just been busy, man. Just had had another child, another daughter, 5 months ago. So if you're a parent, no matter if you're married, single, dating, engaged, you know how it is. So it's busy, but it's a good busy. You got your ups and downs in life, but it is what it is. Everything's good with me. Checking in with y'all, make sure everything's good with you guys, and I pray everything is going well. I just want to say, man, real quick, man, that, it has been a minute for me, but I just want to check on everybody's mental. There has been a increase in publicity for attention and validation. I spoke on this probably a couple of years ago about it. And I just want to see what everybody's at. I want to see everybody's mental is at. I want to see how are you responding to it. Give me a second. I turn this down a little bit. How you're responding to it right now and how you are taking it all in. Have other people's actions around the world, what you see on TV, social media, music, what you're hearing, what you listen to, has it caused you to move in a better direction in the right way or in a negative way? And I think we all know what I'm talking about is, if we're trying to live a life compared to someone else, we're never going to move forward. I said it in my short video, don't mistake your purpose for your passion, or your passion for your purpose, whatever way you want to flip it. There's some people in here who can live a life and live their passion, something that they just love doing, can get up every day and do. Some people are able to do that, but not everybody's going to be able to do that. That's the reality of it. Just like everybody's not going to be a millionaire, everybody's not going to get married, everybody's not going to be able to have children, everybody's not going to be able to live in the suburbs or whatever the case may be. It doesn't mean that person's life is not important or that they're not doing well in life. It's just we all have different purposes in life. I drive trucks. I do poetry. I've been doing poetry for years. I grew up rapping as a kid, going in with a group and doing different events. We had actually 2 CDs that we put out, did really well. We weren't never worldwide, but we were known in the DMV area pretty well. But that fell off. And I did poetry and I was doing good with that, but I never pushed myself to the degree what I should have to where I could have stayed consistent with it. But now that I'm older, I have kids, I'm married, my life has changed. And I used to beat myself up a lot about it because I used to think to myself, well, I'm not doing what somebody else is doing. I have this gift that I have and I'm not really using it. But when I get on social media, I see somebody else doing the gift that I have and I'm like, well, I could do that too. So now I'm trying to compare myself to someone else because I know, hey, I used to do this back in the day, or I used to do this, or I still do this, but I don't do this as much. So now I'm trying to get back into the sense of trying to do what they do because, I see somebody else doing it. And you start doing this comparison. And I heard an old statement say comparison is a killer of joy, which it is. People's joy is being destroyed because they see women dressed a certain way or their body parts a certain way. When a lot of those women who are dressed and have certain type of body parts, they are really struggling internally because they feel like they have to do those things in order to be accepted. Men see other guys having 20 or 30 different women and they balling and they getting money and they got driving cars and they're living like this and they're living a whole player lifestyle and they want to emulate that, but it gets you nowhere. It doesn't. You know what I realized? We gotta learn how to live a quiet life, a quiet, peaceful, mature, meditating life. And when you find peace with yourself, nobody else can ruin that. Nobody else can ruin that, guys. But you have to find peace within yourself in order for that to happen. I'm happy with my family. I'm happy with my kids. Do they get on my nerves? Hell yeah. Do I get on my wife's nerves? Hell yeah. Pretty sure sometimes I get on my kids' nerves because I'm a big kid. But I have my serious moments, and I'm very serious and I'm very mature when I need to do with my household and take care of my whole entire household. But at the end of the day, guys, we have to continue to remind ourselves we're here for a reason. God placed us here in this earth for a reason. We don't need to emulate what we see. Sometimes we got to take breaks from social media. Sometimes we got to take breaks from certain things that is causing us to feel the way that we feel. And it's okay. It's okay to be honest with yourself, right? Like, we all struggle with something, but be happy with what you do. I preach this a lot because I see it and I know people are struggling with it. I struggle, but you can tell it's a competition now. Who's the coolest? Who's the finest? Who's the flyest? Who's the dopest? And even though people are not saying that, their actions are proving that. But then you got to ask yourself this question. Why am I here? What's my purpose? What am I here for? What am I doing this for? You know, I'm happy with me. That's what you got to tell yourself. I'm happy the way that God created me. And I don't care what nobody else is doing. I'm happy with myself. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to have breath in my body. Activity of my limbs. I can move, I can see, I can think, I can breathe, I can see. I got up this morning and guess what? I may have a little pain in my back, but you know what? I still can move. Hey, you know, it may have been a struggle, but I was able to brush my teeth and take a shower, wash my face, whatever I need to do. I was able to make my breakfast or go home, come home tonight and spend time with my family or whatever the case may be, whatever you like doing. But don't compare your life to somebody else and don't try to do what somebody else is doing because you see them doing that. Be happy with you. Be happy with you. Remove yourself from things that are toxic and that control you. Social media is a big thing. I deleted mine. It'll have you on it consistently all the time. Looking. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, what is the other one? TikTok, whatever. And all it is to suck you in and to hold you there. And before you know it, 5, 6, 7 hours have gone past. You didn't got nothing accomplished. And accomplishment doesn't mean you got to go set a big world goal and do something major. It just may be internal work within yourself. That's the number one thing people fail to realize. We see these artists and these celebrities, so-called, and these actors, and they got some of the most work that they need to do in their lives because they're struggling internally and they're battling depression. They're not happy. They have a lot of money, but they're not happy. They're not satisfied. There's only one that can satisfy you, and that's the Lord. I'm telling you all that. I encourage you. Stay level-headed. Wake up. People say stay woke. How woke are you? What are you giving too much attention to? I holler. It's your boy Flo Fearless. I holler. Peace.